Good to see you.
Good to be back.
You said here, this is the cover of Vanity Fair. You talk about, I've never felt so exposed. How does directing make you feel so exposed?
Well, it's the writing as well. I've spent my whole life with somebody else's words in my mouth.
Yeah.
When it comes to film, and now these are my words, and it's I can't blame anything on the director or the final edit. It's all me. And
you know, I think it's that thing, what I love about Louis' story, and I think a lot of people will relate to it, especially young people, I hope, is there's that fire in all of us, and so often when you're young or at different times in your life, you think that there's something wrong with it. There's a real joy in it. It's not out of, and Louis and I think shared that, him certainly on a very different scale, but this idea that helping others is not, it's not out of pity or charity, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be able to be a part of other people's lives and to work with them. And when you see people overcoming things and surviving against all odds, you're impressed and inspired by them. It's not.
I'm just too tough to cry.
I don't think I'll still be acting.
Really?
Yeah. I just have other things I hope to do in my life, and I would love to live a long life, but my mother didn't live a long life, and you never know how long you've got, and I'd like to learn languages, and I'd like to be there as my kids become adults and be on, drive them from place to place as they go on their first auditions for whatever job they're trying to get and thing they're trying to do, and I want to travel, and I want to, there's just other things I'd like to be more than that. Yeah, I think I'll feel as they get older that that I should be more as my mother was. Just be more focused on just being a mom.
Why this self-destructiveness? Do you know where it came from?
Well, I don't know, except that I didn't have a sense of purpose. I felt so off balance all the time. I remember one of the most upsetting times in my life was after I had maintained success, financial stability, and I was in love. And I thought, I have everything that they say you should have to be happy, and I'm not happy.
Before the Golden Globes, I had about 10 minutes, and I had no jewelry, no dress, no nothing, and I was about to go in my robe, and they pulled me back inside, put a dress on me, but no, I don't know what I'm wearing, I have no idea.
Now,
Yeah, I'm sure I'll start seeing things that are not okay, or just think twice about doing something or going out somewhere, people thinking, yeah, I'm actually a really shy person, and I'm really uncomfortable with people judging me and looking at me.
It took me a really long time to accept the part of Gia. My manager I think was gonna not work with me anymore if I didn't. He was so for me during this film, but I was scared of it because I thought it was such a challenge and so much to confront. And
scared of it or ambivalent about acting?
Well, that film was for those reasons. Ambivalent about acting after it because I felt like I'd exposed so much, and I felt quite vulnerable after it, and I just didn't know if I had much more to offer because I needed to learn about life more. I needed to kind of grow up and feel like I had more to put out there.
Angelina Jolie, so nice to see you. Look at that face. Now, you understand? Let's study this face. Now, the eyes. You understand?
You have to understand here that we are mildly obsessed with you, partially because you've been so unavailable to us, and partially because we just love to look at your face. We think it's the perfect face.
Every morning.
Thank you very much. You're a beautiful woman.
Well, this is all air.
I think it's more the world we live in, that people seem more focused on what people are wearing and who people are dating than other things in the world. So I'm less frustrated about it for me personally, more just thinking about that's society. So it's strange.
From horseback, I pumped the shotgun. Hell came into my eye.
I don't feel like I've ever been without criticism or judgment, or I was a bit odd growing up and a bit of a punk and a bit of a different, and I was never the like popular, regular, and I kind of never wanted to be. So it was okay. I don't know, I never really sought approval. Maybe it's because I did have a strong mother who loved me, and so I didn't feel like I wasn't okay. I'm self-critical. I'm really hard on myself that I don't do enough, and I wonder always if I'm being a good enough mom or if I'm being a good enough person, if I'm doing enough. But I do know that when I put my head in the pillow at night, I know who I am inside, and I know I am a good person. I know I wish people well, and you know, so you kind of, when you know your inner self, and and really my kids would tell you they just tell you I'm silly.
The rest of my life, it's like looking around this trailer, this great set, and being on a film. It's great, but tomorrow I could be home doing nothing, looking for a job, and completely redoing myself as a person, trying to figure out who I am all over again.
You know, all of these things do affect each other, and the decisions made today will affect 10 years, 20 years. It will. There will be other wars that will, even if it settles now, how it settles will either, you know, will surface. It will surface one way or the other, and either we will build relationships, or we will be setting ourselves up for new wars and more displacement.